picked up 16-7 on Overpass. Inferno went to EnVy, the first game of the day, in overtime, 19-4. And the pistol round underway. It's going to be EnVy pushing on A.
Yeah, and Edward pushing up quite far over at B, actually, but Happy's already down in the drop zone, and then
rotate.
They know, they feel like this is open season. Happy's just waiting for it, but Zeus comes in, and that's got to be disappointing. Edward sees all of them coming. He's going to have a second to reload, but now it's all or nothing. He heals it, tries to just pre-fire it. Nothing he could do. Shox and Happy with a good return here, and now Guardian falling back, but he's not going to be left alone. Shox will take him out, and more to come. Seized in the drop zone, but the bomb has been planted. It's a 2v4.
Flamey, well, he's going to get the opener. Can he get more, though? It's NBK that's lining up the shots. You can see them coming. Oh, Smith's the Predator on the prowl, coming around the back. And I think C's was kind of expecting it. He kept looking back there, but...
Now, if that had been Happy coming up from behind and not Smith's, I think there would have been a knife out instead of a Glock.
Well, we saw NBK with a knife yesterday as well, but that was Happy. Happy gone into drop there. He clearly made the call. EnVy had actually got themselves into the bottom, pushing on towards A site, and quickly, instantly stopped. Happy made the call. It's like, guys, I'm in drop. There's no one here right now. They've already rotated away from B site.
But when he dies to Zeus, I feel like that should actually be the turnaround point, especially because Edward also kind of sees them coming. That should be the turnaround point where all of NaVi are just quick enough to get into position, and they really weren't.
They're on A so quick right now. They'd stacked out. There was the double scout coming out from NaVi, but unfortunately Zeus has gone down. The grenade coming through. NBK getting the shots. Those SMGs doing the work, but it's a bit of a strange buy coming out from EnVy overall. A couple of SMGs, Tech 9s, really a mishmash, along with, of course, the scout in there, but still 3 members of NaVi trying to get the retake.
How does C's get that kill with the scout? That's so silly. Going to be walking up behind here, Happy, and he sees the gun barrel of C's there and then tries to take him out. It's taken a while, and Edward's up on the bomb. No defuse kit, though. Happy running into it here. Edward looking for it. Oh! And now there's so much time passed without the kid. He really can't do it any longer, and he's just going to try and run away here and escape, which is the right call, but that's a very expensive and very close round.
Yeah, that was a lot closer. A very good retake from NaVi overall. And if it wasn't for Happy, the man that came around the back side, that could have been a serious problem for them there. So, EnVy do get themselves the first 2 rounds on the board, the T side. This is what we were talking about. NaVi yesterday, I think they went 13 rounds, something like that, without reply on the T side. They managed to get such a good momentum going. We saw the same with 3D Max. They picked up about 8 rounds running on the T side as well. And NaVi need to try and stop this one dead in its tracks. Edward did get that SMG out of the hands of EnVy in the last round. Let's see if they can make use of it.
Yeah, Happy actually taking out Zeus sort of halfway through the side of the building then with the Tech 9. It's a really good job. Guardian with a really precise shot there on Shox. The first one was a headshot. And then NBK and Kiyoshima with a good return. Edward going to take down Kiyoshima. Still getting close here. NaVi, look at this. He's ran through the Molotov to get up this close, and they have no idea, but he misses the shot, and now he's definitely been found out, which is going to limit his options here. He ends up going down with Smith's and a double kill, so... These rounds are scary for EnVy. It seems like NaVi are really good at defending.
Yeah, they're getting the kills, they're getting the plants, but they are losing quite a lot of men in the process. But 3-0, score shows everything. And that's actually a good sign for NaVi, because it means they can get a good full buy into this one. And this is the round that counts for them. Looks like EnVy this time around are going to be going fast and furious straight in towards B side.
Pretty common smoke to just slow everything down, but when we've seen so many teams go through anyway, and the flashbang is over, and they just charge in on Edward. Way too many targets for one person to handle with an M4A1 like that. Zeus gonna drop as well. Flame Eater fall next. Kiyoshima, who was actually having a really horrible game on Overpass. 2 great opening kills here, which is good for him at least. Seized and Guardian on left, and I'm not sure what they could do at this point here. This is obviously one of those critical and high-impact rounds where NaVi finally able to buy. They have the rifles, they want to make the most of it, and they're not being allowed to.
Yeah, it's just exit frags, unfortunately for NaVi. Seized will get 1, but they have to back away and save these M4s. That will be 4-0 for EnVy. Solid start. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going. Now remember, they went 8-1 over on Inferno and ended up 12-3 actually at the CT side half, which was quickly answered back by NaVi. So we're not going to write NaVi out of this at any moment in this game.
Oh, definitely not. We've seen comebacks on T-side on this map before, but if you're with us from the beginning of the semifinals and you're watching on Inferno, you remember how much we talked about EnVy running through smokes, and they were doing it at the B-bomb site when sort of the rule of thumb is don't do it. But EnVy, they just feel like that's what they need to do, and it worked so well. So hard for Edward to do anything. That angle, they're way too close to him.
Well, they're going to try and go through doors this time. Guardian in a great position, along with Seized, and they just gunned down 3 members. Talking about running through smoke, that's what they tried. And they ran headlong into rifles. Shox has got around the side of them, but he's smoked off. I think they're going to expect him. Flamey should have eyes on Shox right now. He's around the side. It's a straight-up duel. The spray down from range from both players. It's Flamey that comes out on top. Happy is the solo man that's been going over to B, and now he's got everything to do in a 1v5. Almost an impossible task, but let's see, because more importantly, NaVi are going to be in unorthodox positions now. Happy is going to have to approach this one and check literally every nook and cranny.
Yeah, he's pretty good at that, but I think Edward's going to have this no problem. So that's a flawless round coming up from NaVi, and a good illustration of both scenarios. Sometimes running through smoke, you know, you get the right timing, and other times there's a reason why it's the rule of thumb, right?
Yeah,
there's a reason why
there's a very good reason.
Try not to do it.
So first round on the board for NaVi. Let's see if they can build on that one. It was a good round. They didn't lose any of those rifles, which means that money will keep building. And it should give them a little bit of a padding. EnVy this time going to choose to 4-man stack. It should get slowed down, like you say, by that smoke. There it is. That's going to go straight into Shox's face. Let's see if EnVy choose to push on through on Edward like they did last time. He's going to pop flash himself, expecting it. See, that's purely NaVi and Edward reacting to someone pushing through that smoke last time around.
Yeah, really trying to outsmart each other over here. And in drop zone, it's Flamey ready and waiting. So many grenades raining down. He can't see a thing, and NBK will open up. That's obviously huge. Now so much falls to Edward and his teammate Zeus in the bomb site. Edward, great angle, picks up one, but he needed the second one, and Zeus will fall simultaneously, leaving Seized and Guardian left. And this is really not easy to get out of at this point, but they're going to try and go for it. They really can't afford to lose this round either. That's the big problem. And
Happy's above him, yeah.
Yeah, just Guardian left. But this is going to reset NaVi's economy. Oh no, Guardian, 2 big openings. Now he just has to find NBK, who's up on the plateau. Bomb is ticking away, he's done. The kid. And as he realized, I don't think he does, he will go down to NBK. So it's a 3rd kill here for Nathan, and EnVy now are miles ahead. This could get really ugly now. And actually, NaVi they'll go for the force-up.
Well, so they did get the clean ace the round before, so they should be okay. I was going to say, they got for masses. Edward did have enough, but he's gone glass cannon. Edward's gone glass cannon with that all.
Actually not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be a little bit worse. I didn't think they got just enough kills earlier in the game, towards the pistol rounds where they were able to do this. But glass cannon in WP is fine by me. I was worried that they were going to have only 1 or 2 rifles and the rest on pistols, but well played on NaVi. That's definitely really important.
He was using your spot there as well when you were showing me just before, trying to hop between the two, just getting himself boosted up there. Zeus is actually the man that's gone in towards drop. Happy this time, not going to drop down, so not going too aggressive. It's NBK that's the man that's got forward. Seized is about to peek around. It's going to be the spray down from NBK, though, that will come out top. Smoke in hand. That's not what you want to bring to a gunfight, but Shox gets himself a double as Guardian and Flamey fall on A. And now, yeah, they're going to have to go for save here. Edward went glass cannon, but he's got that expensive AWP. Needs to keep a hold of it. Zeus. And well, 6-1 now for EnVy. This is starting to become a very good opening for EnVy once again, but we've seen it a couple of times, and you see NaVi, no problems there. They're not going to get chased down with these guys.
No, they're miles away. It's almost too good of a start at this point. I wouldn't be too worried if EnVy ended up picking up a total of 8-9 rounds on this first half. I feel like maybe NaVi have something they can show us here.
Yeah.
But the way this is going, we're not looking at 8 or 9 rounds. We could be looking at way more than that. And I think
double digits.
Yeah, once you cross into that, it's going to be rough for NaVi. This may be a T-sided map we've played correctly, but we've seen lockdowns on CT side. It is possible to have really good holds in drop-down zone and towards B-bomb side, which seems to be the biggest point of conflict so far.
Well, you see Shox there picking up that double. Very important. And Shox and NBK, the guys that cleared it out. We are going to have a pause. I'm assuming this is a timeout from NaVi. Can't see them talking too much, so maybe, there is. I can see Edward clearly being vocal down there, discussions with Zeus. So now they're just going to sort themselves out. We saw this on Inferno, and it actually worked out for them on Inferno, so let's see how it reacts. Body language is everything. Kiyoshima head in hand. Just like, come on.
I just want to win. I can't be bothered with waiting at this point. Yeah, the fact is, and this is what we were talking about before the show went live, I'm not sure anyone has figured out how to properly contain the B bomb site yet on CT side, and actually it feels to me like the terrorists have a huge advantage, and part of the reason has to do with the architecture of the map. That weird sort of the chicken house or whatever is in the corner. Yeah, the wood box that's in the corner is basically made of cardboard. So it might be there and it might kind of feel like you're covered in there, but you're not. So that means you either go fountain and you go up towards the plateau and the tree that's there, or that rock that you were talking about. There are only really 3 spots you can hide behind, and 2 of them you're going to be open from drop zone, which means once your guy in drop zone dies, it's like a huge landslide and the whole B side falls. Yeah. And
when you've got multiple members of the C side pushing out, they've only got, like you say, 3 angles, 4 angles to check. It's very easy to get in and take it, which is why they leave one guy to push out there, because he's like, okay, simultaneously check that spot, no one there, check that spot, no one there, check that spot. Defender's got to be behind there.
I mean, so many other maps, when you have a sort of a singular entrance into a bomb site, it's possible to set up crossfires. Think B-side Inferno, right? But because the entrance to this bomb site is all the way to the side and there's a wall and you can't... I mean, you saw Edward try it here in a previous round where he got 1 kill and then died. But even him being there, it's almost no crossfire with a teammate down inside, so it's easy for them to take him out. Like, there's something... I'm not saying the bomb site has to be restructured. I'm just thinking right now, there's a big problem CT side trying to defend B. And
which is ironic, since it used to be so CT-sided. Yeah. It's like it's adjusted too much. But then again, that's why map balance is always such a tricky thing, and that's why the maps are so good to play. Once it becomes a balance, it's a beauty to behold.
And it's entirely possible that someone will come up with a great way of doing it CT side without anything on the map changing. It could just be a question of time here, but you can tell that NaVi feels slightly similar way. They think, all right, let's put everyone except one person over at B, and Zeus is here. Great opening. The bomb is down as well. He's got 4 bullets left. He takes... Oh, yeah, he got to get the kill. But then coming up from drop zone, happy, and this is what we're talking about.
Oh, my God.
Once drop zone falls, the whole bomb site falls. And then Edward's going to be alone 1v2, and it'd be stunning if he could take this. It would make such a big difference in this game.
That was the only rifle outside of Edward's AWP. Zeus had that AK from the previous round. Simply rescued. Made it work. Question is it enough? Edward finds 1. It's a 1-on-1. Happy already got himself 3 as he came out of drop there. He is going to get the bomb plant down. Edward's going to actually come around a different position. Maybe expecting him from doors here. Happy, look at it. He's got to realize that he's maybe come around the backside. Edward slowly scopes around.
He doesn't know. Happy has no idea, but he's still making the right call in the sense that he's now actually in a position where Edward has no idea where he is. Now he's been spotted out. Edward takes the fight and he ends up going down. Happy with a quad kill and winning it for EnVy. But I think that was inadvertent. He didn't realize that Edward walked back there, but it worked out anyway.
Yeah, some great play from both teams, actually. And like you say, the fact that Zeus got himself up there started the problem, but timeout, unfortunately, backfired. Well, I don't know why it's backfired. It was that round backfired, at least. Team EnVy 7-1 up. We do have a buy from NaVi. We see the Mag 7 from Edward. Is he going to go with it? Is he going to be the man that covers off drop? I'm just having a peek around. Again, they're pushing through the smoke.
Madness all around. Edward jumps with the Mag 7. Is this the answer? Well, they do end up taking him out. Now Zeus is in this weird spot again, where drop zone is lost, and he does land a headshot regardless. Happy to take down Guardian. Smith is falling as well. Now it's Happy versus Seized, and let's see if Seized can clutch it this time around. Happy runs to pick up the bomb, and he's checking as much as he can. Seized shooting him already. Down, very low on health here. 30 on the Happy. Goes for the refrag on... Well, the fight again, Seized on 42 health, and there it is. The Russian comes out on top, and NaVi will win the round. Really, really important duel there. And NaVi, what's really interesting is they keep putting so many members on that B entrance, and they still lose it. They can't hold it.
It's so hard to hold, especially when EnVy pushed through in numbers like they did in that last round. However, it's a bit of a mismatch from EnVy this time around. Only 3 AKs, a Tech 9 and a CZ. Meanwhile, NaVi, they've got themselves a bit of a mishmash as well. It's going to be the A site that they're pushed for. Guardian's in a great position. Spots one around the corner there. It's going to smoke them out. Well, we know that that doesn't always slow them down, but it should be enough for NaVi to get themselves a reposition. MBK was waiting to pounce around the corner, but NaVi have already rotated. They've got 4 members. I tell a lie, they've pulled one away. They've gone back to B. Oh no, this could be tragic.
Well, oh, he makes it out. If he got caught in that corner, Guardian, then they probably just rush him down and kill him, but it's also seized. It's really important he gets out of there alive. And they've got, oh, he walked into that shot. That's a pre-fire from Smith, but seized there to pick up the double and almost managed to get that next rifle to continue, but 2v or 3v1 now as Kiyoshima is alone without the bomb as well, and in a really weird position out in the open here, and they know exactly where he is. Good headshot on one, almost the second one on Flamey. That could have actually been winnable.
Well, they took a lot of rifles off NaVi. They should be able to buy back onto this one. Edward had that Mag 7 still holding on to it, but EnVy this time around, I think we're going to see a full eco from them. It's just a little power short coming out, a little couple of Tech 9s, that's about all, no armor. I'll tell a lie, EnVy's actually... Okay, Shox has just gone, nobody else had armor, and then he just picked up head armor at the end.
Probably just had just enough money to even it out with, so... If they can make this 8-7, I think NaVi still have a decent chance of doing it. It's not great, but it's definitely doable 8-7.
That nade was perfect. Flamey, they're all dropping down, but Zeus is cleaning up here. Gets himself one. Flamey comes around the second. That's a 3 for him. And Happy, well, he's the only man that's through. They know exactly where he is. That Tech 9, it's only got 20 bullets now, mate. You ain't got enough to just gun them down. And that's going to be a comfortable round for NaVi. More importantly, it's starting to get their round score up a little bit. 7-4. Starting to look a little better for NaVi.
Definitely is. AWP on Edward, this time with armor. And it's all AKs all around on the EnVy team. Happy, sole person running towards the B bomb site, which is what we were actually talking about before the game got started. That's very likely Happy is going to be playing over here alone. And the rest of the team making its way towards middle and towards the A bomb site. And they can afford to have Happy playing this position because he's likely going to be very good at it. If he finds one opening, look how much now we've got going on this B side. Essentially leaving seized all alone at A because they're so worried about losing B.
And that's potentially a massive disaster because EnVy have got 4 members here. They're going to go creeping into this one though. That's going to work for Seized. Oh, he looked away just at the moment Shox peaked. And that is going to be A site open. Guardian, the only man that's rotated, but he's got himself tucked in the corner with that FAMAS. And EnVy still choosing to go this way. Happy didn't really go looking for too much over on B site. He's joined his team now as they collect themselves, and NaVi expecting this one. Nothing's been shown and drop, and actually looking on the minimap, Zeus is completely in drop. Hamid's Flamey. Oh, they're going to line up for him, but Kiyoshima this time comes out on top. Guardian, good for little flick, headshot there. Going to pop flash himself out. He's going to catch out, but that didn't get Shox flashed away. Instead, he cuts himself out. He does get it. Happy gets one. Guardian's going to push on out. He's all alone. Gets himself Kiyoshima down. Can he go for the 4K? Oh, he's got a grenade left. That's going to flick across the site. Just 7 health remains. Happy will pick up the kill. He gets himself a triple. We've got a couple of members going huge for their teams right now, but it's EnVy that come out on top. They're 8-4 up.
Yeah, and especially Happy. I mean, it is really that battle in the end there. It kind of highlights who's doing the best right now. It's 14-13 frags on either one between Happy and Guardian. And if Guardian come out with a win there, that would have been so big. He actually fumbled that flashbang entirely and ended up almost killing himself. Yeah. But then he came out huge anyway, and it still wasn't enough. And now Happy is playing over at B side while the rest are rushing up middle, and there's nobody at this A bomb site. They're just charging into a naked bomb site. Guardian coming back does take out one, but that means the bomb's definitely going to go down here for the EnVy team.
Oh, nice.
Bomb has been planted.
Well, Zeus got himself around there. EnVy almost went too fast for themselves. They've gone and got the plant, and Shox wasn't in position. He will come around. Look at Guardian's up close. He's going to pop around the corner, get Shox down. Happy, last man for his team. Can he do it again? No. And they went. They caught each other off guard there. They went too fast. Crazy, weird round.
Who knew that was possible for EnVy to be too fast on the T side? But apparently, I think you're right. Actually, that they rushed so fast that I mean, it's like if they had been a little bit slower, maybe NaVi would have pushed even further away from the bomb site and they could have really got in there. But they caught them right at the time where NaVi, all they had to do was turn around and they were sandwiched in, locked in their own bomb site.
Very strange round. 8-5. NaVi going to be grateful for it nonetheless. And we're going to see once again the 4-man split off with Happy going in towards drop. Actually, he's going to rotate and join his team. So they're all going to be there. They're going to line up for Seized as he guns them down. Gets 1, 2, 3. Can he make it all 5 as they come around the corner? Won't quite get Happy down, but, well, damage done, no doubt about it. Happy on just 5 hit points. Flamey. Well, that smoke. Well, okay. Kaishima comes out on top in that one. Wasn't really how it was planned, but nonetheless, he is the only man left. He's got the bomb. Let's see what he can do in a 1v3.
Yeah, I mean, last time he actually almost did the 1v3. This time, though, it's a little bit more tricky. They're all full health, and they've gotten locked in this corner as well. He walks out into Guardian, and will end up being taken out. Last round of the half coming up now. And if this can finish 8-7, I mean, I think 8 is the most that EnVy should be allowed to get away with. But as long as NaVi can keep them 8 or less, I think they still have a decent chance here.
Yeah, NaVi had a good T-side yesterday. Certainly very strong against Dignitas, but Dignitas are not EnVy. There's no doubt about that one.
Oh, again, they're going to try and rush through and seize this on the other side this time. They make it all the way through.
How did he spin and get that? MBK. When things are going your way, you can jump, get a 360 spinning no-scope. He'll be quite happy with that one. Flamey, though, gets himself a double. Make it not a triple. MBK comes out again, but Zeus is there. Cleanup duty required. And Happy all alone as that grenade will be ringing his way. But Guardian will rattle down yet another. Finishing the round, 17 frags for Guardian in the end. Pretty much stepping up to keep his team back in that one. The timeout clearly working. It was at 7-1 that timeout. And we finished the half at 8-7, so whatever NaVi said, whatever Zeus and Edward discussed, clearly seemed to work.
A bunch of rounds at the end here for EnVy. I'm hoping our analyst panel, once we get to them eventually, we'll talk about it. But it seemed to me like EnVy had such a lot of success just splitting B bomb site with rushing through whatever smoke were there, take drop zone, and then just get into B. And then towards the end, I think they had one round where they failed it, and then they swapped to going A instead.
Stopped, yeah.
And that seemed to be an even worse decision. They lost so many rounds trying to get into that A-bomb site. So maybe that was just a little bit of hesitation there on the French side. Now we're going to go into the second half. If NaVi win this pistol, I think they can run away with this game. I think they've got a decent position. Shock's running into 3 members and gets overrun. The Glock train does not stop for anybody.
Yeah, they were going a little too slow into place there. Happy's going to tuck himself into the corner. Everybody else is rotating around. Seized will come out on top against Kiyoshima. That was a duel that absolutely could have changed things around. Edward gets himself one on Smiths, and now MBK and Happy are all that stand between a very good beginning for NaVi. MBK, is he going to find one? They're all lining up for him, but he can't decide which one he's going to go for. Happy will pop out just at the right moment, gets himself Guardian. MBK comes out as well. Good cover fire. Happy gets another. MBK picks up another. It's down to a 2-on-2 from a 5-on-2. The bomb, though, on the move. Flamey's going to get the plant down. Sees just on 3 health. This is entirely possible for EnVy.
Oh dear God, how did it turn around? They had a 5v2 position and then they ended up where they are now. Seized though, I love this from him. Flamey counting, he knows they're both right there. He sees them now. Seized coming up from behind. Flamey's going to get the 1 kill out, so 1v1. Happy has to move quick. He's got the kit though, but still clicking away on that bomb. And Flamey coming in. No, he's not going to get it. And Happy will steal it away. What an unreal turnaround in this one round. 4 kills for Happy from a 5v2 into a victory.
He's happy, and you know it. That's for sure. 19 kills for him. Dominant stuff. That's all from sitting in the corner. Look at this. Pops out, gets Guardian. NBK with distraction as well. Working perfectly as a duo. And that was amazing. Amazing stuff. It should not have worked out that way, but it did. Yeah. So EnVy with the pistol, and that could get their CT half off to a cracker, but as pointed out by YNK, and NaVi have gone straight in for this one. They've got double AK coming into this round.
It worked on Overpass. Why not try it again? And it's the same situation. They know that they got to put the pressure on EnVy here. We have to say it as well. that last round, it was also NaVi losing sight of the goal there.
Yeah.
During a 2v5 and you've got in the middle like that and the bomb, you just make your way to the bomb site. So it's also NaVi just losing track of everything, but still well played on EnVy's part. Happy walking in here, gets the first spray down, goes for a little bit more. Finally, Guardian taking him out. It's still a 3v3, and there's only 2 Max 7s and an MP9 in play here.
Yeah, this is actually flipped completely because NaVi are the ones with 3 rifles. And as you say, EnVy not really got the range on their guns here. NaVi, if they play this one correct, which they are going slow, but again, EnVy got themselves the defenders in place. Happy though, the man of the hour is out of the round. Guardian creeps forward. He's already got himself that 1 pistol frag as they work their way through. MBK's position given away there. He's got a smoke in hand. He wants to work them in closer with that Mag 7. And he's going to hope that they maybe push on through, but I'm not too sure they're quite so wild on this one. NaVi will get seized down. MBK manages to pop out and get 1. It's still very delicate. He could get a second, doesn't quite get the head dink there. Seized will come out on top, and it's all on Kiyoshima. Comes around, gets a glimpse on Guardian, but that's all Guardian required, and he gets himself an important frag to take the round for NaVi. And again, they risk it, they invest, and it pays off for NaVi.
Yeah, so I don't want to make like some sort of grand overarching call and say, you know, oh, now we've got like a decisive change in the metagame, but people have been raving so much about how good these SMGs are, and Zeus twice now has outcalled the SMGs and just said, fine, you buy SMGs and Max 7s and all those silly rifles, we'll buy 2 AKs and beat you with them, and that could be a trend. I mean, I'm happy to see that he's been so quick at doing it. It's quite impressive, actually. Now let's see, NaVi, they had such a hard time holding this B bomb site. Maybe EnVy will too.
They got a 4-man stack, Team EnVy here, and NaVi may well be walking into it. Zeus has got himself out, knows exact positions, picks off Kiyoshima, Smith drops down that grenade right at his feet, actually. Nicely done from Happy. And this, at the moment, is semi-working out. They've got themselves just the 1 kill though. MBK managed to get Flamey and Zeus very low, tries to pop around, but seized again, quicker to the draw. MBK all alone. He's going to find Edward, trying to go for the plant, but the cover is there. This time NaVi are covering off the positions, and it's all square. 9 apiece for NaVi versus EnVy in this final map. It's going to go the distance.
Oh yeah, I can feel it too. This is going to be a really tight game. And I think NaVi have the lead right now. I think they're more likely to win this right now than EnVy are. This is huge. This iteration, this current working model of the NaVi team, if they continue to practice like this for another 2 or 3 months, this could be really scary.
There's something funny that I can bring to this, but I want to wait until maybe this round's over. I had a discussion with MBK yesterday, and we were talking about, obviously speaking to Natu about casting and stuff, and he was just like, yeah, that's behind me. MBK is like, I don't do that anymore. I don't go out early. I don't go out in semi-finals. Well, has he spoken too soon? Is the jinx there? Because NaVi are making the way through. Zeus gets 1, but he doesn't get a second as Happy replies. This is a good eco from EnVy so far. They've got themselves an AK now for Happy as he pushes around. MBK picks up another. This is a trade even so far. NaVi suddenly finding themselves, but that was a great reaction from Flamey. And Kiyoshima, well, he's going to run into the crosshairs of Flamey. They know where he is. This has to be picked up. Kiyoshima's going to get that grenade right on him. And Flamey played it perfectly. Brilliantly done at 4K for Flamey.
Wow, yeah, that was a scary round though. Really, really close to EnVy taking it away, but NaVi managed to stabilize and get back into it. It's currently, I mean, everybody except for Edward right now is in the double digits. And Edward's been, I mean, he's
Edward was playing the close on B there. That was the problem. So
exactly.
he was basically in the headlights of the EnVy steam train through the smoke.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right every time. And now he's the first man through as well, trying to do what they did to him. It's revenge of Edward, and we'll see. He does end up falling back on exactly 1 health, so pretty well timed on him.
Getting out at the right moment. No doubt. Seized is the man that's been left there. Everybody else has rotated. And this is actually... EnVy have completely moved away from it. They are going to move Happy back over towards A site, so he's expecting something to come there as he crosses over. Gets himself in position for NaVi's rotation. Hasn't completely happened just yet. You can see NaVi still on the mini-map, and this is the benefit we have. If we can see inside the minds of these teams exactly how they read the situation, what smoke, what flash lands where if they force someone back, does that mean they're going to completely re-rotate? Kiyoshima taking that little peek, sees that smoke there. The smoke's about to clear. Flamey is trained perfectly on it. And Kiyoshima tucks himself in. NaVi now, 4 members moving through. That's going to trigger it. Happy finds himself the opener. That's over on the A show. Kiyoshima could pop out in a perfect position. We'll get one. Doesn't get the second. And that's exactly how it worked for Edward as well. But the cover fire is there. C's now all alone. Will get taken down. So EnVy, in the end, read that situation very well.
It's weird, isn't it? That position. Once you spot 3 members who are looking the other way, it seems like it should be easy to get all those kills.
Think people have just trained themselves so well to knowing, okay, I'm taking fire. There's only one place he can be, and they just spin and quickly pre-fire it and instantly get him down. Yeah, it's like you say, so many times we've seen people pop out from there, and you think, well, he's going to get a triple. This is perfectly lined.
You know who I want to see in that corner? I want to see what happens if Flamey's in that corner one time. Because that's the focus that I'm talking about. Quickly deciding what is the optimal, where do I get the most kills, and doing it very quickly without really sort of focus. I think, I'm not saying Kiyoshima choked in that position, but there is an element to which he wants to get all the kills, and in return he gets 1 and dies. He's still in there, so maybe he could do better this time. Although he does have Famas, which is making it a little bit more tricky. Down in drop zone, there are 3 members running in here, so NaVi switching it up a little bit. They have got a lot of control on this bomb site right now. I think EnVy are letting him get this a little bit too cheaply, and Kiyoshima walks in, gets himself killed. Smith's in the corner here. There's almost no cover. He can easily get shot down, but 2 kills before Flamey finally takes care of him.
Yeah, nicely done there. Seas, though, he's going to get around the back of Shocks. He will manage to gun him down. Happy will spin, but not before Seas finds his head. And, well, we trade rounds back and forth. Now 11-10 to NaVi. As the rounds start to whittle down, we start to get ever so closer to that 16th round. It's NaVi that find themselves in the lead once again.
This is now, economically speaking, on EnVy's side, not looking very hot at all. And, unlike on NaVi, where every single member of the team is right now working so hard to get this done, it's mainly Happy. He's got 25 kills, and the closest MBK on 15, and then it sort of just drops down from there. So actually, if Happy isn't on fire right now, which he definitely is, then NaVi might have a much bigger lead. They're playing so well right now. And there's Flamey opening up, taking out Smith. Next to fall is Kiyoshima and BK, and Happy with a great double in return. Just getting close to that 30 bomb, but it's not enough. He'll still go down 12-10. NaVi, they have been knocked out of 5 tournaments in a row by EnVy. All the time it's EnVy throwing them out of the tournaments. They're looking to do the opposite now.
Well, that focus, that change, the adjustments in team members, Flamey stepping up, it's all slotting into place as he joins C's top fragging for NaVi. Maybe this has been the catalyst that NaVi required to get something going. Maybe that kick in the backside from losing to Dignitas in the first best of 3 was exactly what they required. So many times we see teams lose out, especially in group stage. This random little loss that happens to them is the little kick up the butt that they required to suddenly start performing. EnVy, this time with rifles, have to pick up this round, because otherwise they are looking at 14-15 rounds against them.
And we've also talked about so much in the past how NaVi seem to be a team that if they play tough opponents, they seem to play really well. If they play weaker opponents, they seem to make a lot of weird mistakes. So maybe that's also what we're seeing here. They must have come into this game feeling mentally quite focused. And maybe Starrick's also determined, if he's not playing obviously, but just determined, we're not going to lose against these people who got clubbing the night before.
The mind games continue. Who knows?
Maybe it backfired on Happy that he tried to, tell them that's what they did.
Shocks is going to see this one, but he doesn't land the frag. That's Edward he managed to catch a glimpse on. That's a glass cannon seized, and he's going to take a hell of a lot of damage there. Happy does manage to get a peek on towards him, but no, Edward's there, picks himself up a double, making a triple, and wow, NaVi just cut EnVy down in their tracks. Guardian once again delivers, and the old boys are on form right now. 13-10, NaVi, just 3 rounds from victory and knocking EnVy out in the semi-finals.
So Edward still is below everyone else, but he was at 8 kills earlier, and he got 3 in that round, so that was a huge round. That's probably one of the most important rounds of this map so far, and there's no way NaVi should have won it. That was a lost round for NaVi. They were in a really bad position, and somehow they made it out.
walking into a trap, and yeah, like you say, it's just, inconceivable. Look at this, the flashes, the smoke, sees this distraction is working. It's pulled 4 members of EnVy over to the B site. Are NaVi going to rotate? Are they going to push on through? Shox is the man that's over at A long. He's peeking around while the rest of NaVi gather up behind him. Are they going to get upstairs? Will they go through? Happy's rotated. Happy's come around, but it is only pistols for EnVy, so this is going to be a very hard job for Happy. Happy's going to have to pick up so many kills to try and stop the rot. But instead, he's been gunned down. MBK with a CZ, not line, find one. Shox tries to line one up, and even he can't get one. And when it is not going your way, NaVi run on through. Last man standing, Kiyoshima. And this will be the 14th round for NaVi. A brilliant T-side. And more importantly now, just 2 rounds from victory, from reaching the ESL Pro League finals and getting revenge over EnVy.
Oh man, and so again, so much it's sparked by that second round double AK buy that they pulled out once again. They worked on Overpass, and they worked on this map as well. This is stunning play from NaVi. If they win this round, they've done it.
An interesting stat from we had from Katowice was that came out with the infographic, because basically if Shox dies early on, 94% or something like that was a round loss for EnVy. At the moment, he is bottom fragging. 8 kills is all he's got in 25 rounds. Whereas you look at Happy, single-handedly trying to carry them through. And you know, you don't like pointing fingers, but when you rely maybe so heavily on some of these players and they don't turn up maybe in that one map, it could be vital. Oh, Happy! Oh, he shot just too early. And that little flick, the little jump, which could have caught his head, backfired. NBK, though, does get one down. And now we're into a 3-on-3 as the bomb makes its way through. Edward running on towards A site. Caught a glimpse and quickly backtracks.
He's coming up from behind. It would have been a big kill on Kiyoshima, but not going to go through. So 2v3, again, a very winnable position here from EnVy. One day should be able to just bring it home and stop NaVi for a little while. But we'll see if it's going to be the case. Smith's in the back line here. No one checking for him, so Edward is certainly dead. No bomb plant happening, and Guardian will pick up the 1 kill. Can't catch MBK then. And just looking for more. Got the C set out. He's got 25 seconds and needs to find our kill on either MBK or Smith's here. But they've got a good, almost a crossfire setup. If he goes into the site, he's going to reveal his face first to Smith's, and that's going to be rough.
Yeah, he knows he's managed to sneak in there, but Smith's was popped around the corner. And by God, did they need that round. They lost a lot of people, though. They have enough money to fully buy up, so EnVy should be okay, but of course NaVi can just rebuy straight over the top of that one. They've got themselves plenty of cash built up. We are going to see Guardian once again getting that AWP. Still no AWPs coming out for EnVy. It's obviously they can't afford it now, but we've not really seen it throughout this entire map.
And you got to wonder if that's also, part of the problem here is that they keep being so low on economy that if they wanted to go for a strat that involved double AWP or AWP auto sniper or anything, they haven't been able to. They don't have Molotovs either to buy a lot of time. There's so many options that disappear when your economy is this bad, and that's another victory of NaVi's here, that they've been putting so much pressure on them at every junction.
Seized once again is the man to try and cause some problems over at drop. Doesn't go down there, just tries to draw their attention. Throws out another flash and then backtracks. Only got the Galil this time though, and 3 members of EnVy trying to hold that up. This is so reminiscent of what EnVy did. Started off so heavily on B, had a lot of success, and now NaVi actually pushing, pressuring onto A site and not getting a great deal of success. But this time, they're looking at it, they're listening, and they're saying, you know what, that's a very good idea, D-Man. Maybe you should rotate back to B site.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's actually true. The B bomb site just seems to be easier to take. Although NaVi have cleared a large part of these, the maze hallways that's over here by A, and Edward will not win the fight against Shox. And as you said, normally when Shox goes down early, that means bad news for EnVy. This time he wins the fight, so maybe it's going to be good news after all. NaVi, look at how much time they spend. In fact, I don't think they can win this round anymore.
I don't think they got the time.
I think they have to just give up.
Wow. 3 people backing off the save, and Seized is simply the man to try and clear this one up, which is a shame because he'd actually cleared out the B site. Oh, what a weird round that has been. 3 of them all saving, 4 of them will be effectively. Seized has killed 3 people in this round. He's cleared out the B site and gunned them all down, and that's caused a serious problem for EnVy now. While they didn't get the round, it's going to be 14-12.
This has to be that has to be one of the hardest rounds for NaVi to lose. If they had another 20 seconds in that round, then the minute Cease gets that double kill, they go. They know that they've got it. But they only had, what, 10 seconds left, and then there's no point in it. Look at the kills, yeah. I mean, Happy is well on point with the rest of NaVi, but his team isn't.
Yeah, that's absolutely it. This time around, they're sending 2 people over to drop, Seized and Flamey. Let's see if they manage to create something. Seized has been having a great success. Both of these guys have got over 50 frags between them. So absolutely are quite capable of creating something. The bomb looking to come this way, and EnVy have managed to get themselves stacked out, but we've seen so many times, even with a stack, it's very hard to stop a train when they're coming through. If they were to push on through, that grenade doesn't really find too much damage. It was Kiyoshima that it landed, but look at them. They're ready to go, but MBK's in prime position. Needed to land the opener, but he got the information.
Yeah, grenade on out. They gotta put a stop to this, but here comes NaVi. 2 kills, 3rd kill coming in there. Guardian with a double, and now they're trying to see if they can take it even quicker. MBK with a double kill in return, but Guardian cannot be stopped. It's a triple for him currently, and Shox is alone. 1v3. He takes the head off of Zeus. No bomb plan yet. Guardian looking for his 4th kill of the round, and Edward also reaching on in, and there's the kill. 15th round for NaVi. Match and map point right now for the CIS team, and EnVy, their economy is horrendous. They have almost no equipment in this final round, or what might be the final round. What a monstrous performance here from NaVi. And once again, it's the B-bomb side that works.
When that map veto came out, we talked about how we felt EnVy had given NaVi a chance with this map pool. It went close on Inferno. It was very dominant for NaVi on Overpass, and right here on Cobblestone, it could well be game, set, and match for NaVi. They have a 3-round cushion, and more importantly, up against EnVy with just pistols. That smoke is the second from last. They actually invested more into mollies than they could to just slow down anything, get themselves time to stack out of sight with those pistols, maybe try and sneak. And looking towards, it's Happy actually. Happy is the one that's going quite aggressive, and I'm wondering if he's going to maybe try and get around the back of them here. Yes, he is. He's making the move, so he feels that the B side is the press, which is why we're seeing everybody else from EnVy moving in position. So they've got the perfect information for this one. Smith is going to lie down that molly. They're going to have to push on through it. Is the damage being done? Are they slowing him down enough? They get the flashes down, but they don't have the rifles to back it up. Happy and MBK get themselves kills, but Guardian and Zeus reply. Kiyoshima, if he can pop around, doesn't quite get the 5-7 hit. This is all buying time. It's still a 3-on-3, but they've not been able to get the pause on any of those guns.
Guardian just slowly peeking around that corner.
Go on!
Shima, big kill comes in on Zeus, and now it's a 2v3, just 18 seconds left. Guardian, he gets the jump shot there, and now Shox and MBK are left 2v2, and 10 seconds is clicking down second for second here. Guardian misses shot, Flamey won't, and now it's up to NBK, has to hold it alive here. Bomb will go down with just a few seconds left, and now Guardian hiding in the background. MBK, plenty of health, but no teammates to back him up. He's sneaking around here, and that sniper rifle right at the edge, he sees it, and MBK is still just trying to find the opening. You can shoot right through. Guardian can definitely get taken out, but now there's almost no time. He doesn't have a kit. He has to move quick right here, and he goes down, and NaVi do it. There's a double kill for Flamey, double for Guardian, and it's 16-12. Look at that face.
You see what that means for NaVi. Zeus pump in the air, absolutely fantastic.